What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the mid-season update coming out tomorrow, some of the final DLC for this year, and even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because we're very close to 100,000 subscribers here on the main channel. Also, drop a like and turn notifications on to stay up to date with everything going on in Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, Warzone Mobile, and any other future Call of Duty as well. I know you guys are probably aware a 10 gigabyte or so patch did go live for Black Ops Cold War on all platforms, and it's a big mystery as to what that patch included. I know the usual suspects that post early information online regarding early content, data mines, they haven't said anything about this Cold War patch, so we're just going to safely assume that the patch didn't include very much in terms of bundles or maps or weapons. It's probably just something that they just had to put out for the sake of the upcoming Modern Warfare 2 release. I'm not exactly sure what that could be, but I highly doubt there'll be any type of cross-rank progression or any type of mention of the Modern Warfare Season 1 Battle Pass within Cold War, so that'll remain a mystery for a little while, and I'll keep you guys posted with what's going on, of course, in Black Ops Cold War as well. But the Sledgehammer put out a tweet saying the following: Vanguard Season 5 Reloaded update is available for download on PlayStation and Xbox platforms, which begins tomorrow at 9 AM Pacific. We are withholding this update on PC while we investigate a crashing issue. During this time, PC players will be unable to matchmake console players. We will provide a status update on the release time of this update once we have confirmed the fix. So not sure what happened there, but hopefully for the final mid-season update that we're going to see this year, in Vanguard and Warzone 1 that is, PC ends up being able to put out a preload of sorts so that people out there are prepared for whatever content is released at some point tomorrow. But then we got a blog post which says the final season of Call of Duty Warzone 1 and Vanguard reaches its epic conclusion. The mid-season update sees the deployment of villains Rorke and Seraph, the introduction of the Lena 57 LMG and the BP50 assault rifle, the Fortress multiplayer map in season, Rebirth, Resurgence Supreme also in season, and more. So I'm gonna assume that means maybe just a good 2 weeks before MW2 comes out, we'll end up seeing that content there, like the Fortress MP map or Rebirth Resurgence. Not sure why that says in season, considering this is already an in season update, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So they of course reminded us the update does go live for both games on September 28th, and stay tuned for patch notes from both Raven and of course Sledgehammer. But when it comes to Rebirth Island Resurgence Supreme, this is going to be one of the final updates in Rebirth as we know it. It does say Supreme is all action and no messing around, available in solos, duos, trios, and quads. The focus is on skill more than creating the best loadouts. Resurgence Supreme fills the map with epic quality or greater ground loot, including fan favorite weapon blueprints. The experience has been fine-tuned for competitive play with adjustments like increased health points, the removal of extraneous items, and more. The Resurgence countdown will also be increased, though the value of each action is doubled to reward active play, which is fantastic news to ensure that there's actually a good flow throughout the mode itself, and I'm really excited for that because I love Rebirth. It does say players who win the match with at least 15 eliminations will earn the animated Resurgence Trials Victory calling card, a testament to the skill of Call of Duty Warzone's greatest operators. So this one at least is somewhat less difficult than get, 20 plus Caldera wins to get a Terminator camo back during Season 4. I mean, getting a win isn't that hard on Rebirth, but getting 15 eliminations will actually be the challenge as a part of this one, and it shouldn't be that bad considering it's Resurgence, so be sure to sweat your balls off. And then it does say deploy to your favorite playlist. Stay tuned to Call of Duty Warzone throughout the season to deploy to a variety of fan favorite returning playlists, including Clash, Rebirth Blood Money, Rebirth Payload, Golden Plunder, Fortune's Keep Resurgence, and more. So I'm happy that they're kind of giving one last hurrah to Warzone 1 as we know it, dropping in all fan favorite LTMs for both Caldera, Fortune's Keep, and I mean even Rebirth as well. So actually the fan favorite modes for all three maps there, which is good news for everybody out there that does like these maps. But then they mentioned the new Vanguard multiplayer map Fortress coming in season. I'm not sure why we're not getting this released tomorrow, but it does say battle in a post-apocalyptic Mediterranean fortress cobbled together with old ship parts and crumbling walls. The maritime graveyard sits where water once flowed freely, with operators battling for possession of the few remaining strongholds. Got some images there of the map itself. It says enter the central chapel to get a view up of the main mast, which offers sightlines over the whole map. When the area gets hot, escape to the upper market or scrapyard. These less conspicuous routes can be used to ambush enemy operators. Loadouts of all stripes perform well on Fortress, whether you cover the open ground with a long-range weapon or move quickly between obstacles, bringing the fight up close. Sadly, no surprise remake or anything of that sort from World at War or World War II 2017. This will in fact be the final multiplayer map coming to Vanguard that we know of right now. Now we also have the two final operators, which of course got teased in the cinematic cutscene for Season 5. We have Rorke and Seraph. It does say a vengeance-minded ex-marine and cybernetic enforcer of the 54 Immortals welcome Rorke and Seraph respectively to the roster. These Task Force Tyrants villains are ready to fight. Left behind an assassination mission in Caracas, Venezuela, Rorke was captured and turned against his own, and he now harbors an undying vendetta against his former allies. He, Seraph, is a living embodiment of the 54 Immortals' iron will, continuing her father's work in projecting the Syndicate's force and ambition wherever it's needed. Rorke's preferred weapon is the new Lena 57, while Seraph opts for the BP 50. Use them while playing to gain bonus operator XP and weapon XP. You can unlock Rorke and Seraph by purchasing their respective bundles, scheduled to launch in the store with the mid-season update, so they should both be available starting tomorrow according to this blog post. Now when it comes to the new weapons themselves, first off, the Lena 57, as it says, this is a compact LMG capable of high accuracy during sustained fire at short to medium ranges. Configured for mid-range play, the Lena 57 favors stability over speed, remaining on target through prolonged fire. As more attachments become available, the weapon can be configured for snappier mid-range play or can be extended into a longer range powerhouse. Always welcome to new LMGs in the game because those are always a blast to use. But now we have the BP 50. This is of course the F2000 from the original MW2 2009. Cannot be a coincidence they saved this AR for the final update here in Vanguard, which is coincidentally right before the launch of Modern Warfare 2. It says the fully automatic bullpup assault rifle boasts a huge fire rate while remaining deadly and accurate at long range. Bring along Scavenger when deploying with this ammo-hungry weapon. Its fast fire rate helps to eliminate enemy operators before they can react, but watch that ammo count. Use Gunsmith to further increase the weapon's fire rate or to create a more stable firing platform. You can unlock both the Lena 57 and BP 50 by completing their in-game challenges or by purchasing the new store bundles for them, which will be released later in the season and will feature weapon blueprints from the weapons families. So with that being said, I mean, I like that they encourage you to use Scavenger considering that the BP 50 will have a high or a fast fire rate. But what I don't understand about Vanguard, which I've said a couple of months ago, is that they end up releasing the store bundles much after the base weapons come out. So I almost feel like that hurts the sales of those bundles, because if you drop them on the same day, it might encourage players to skip the whole free unlock process and buy the bundles instead. Kind of similar to what we saw with MW19 or Cold War, but I guess more power to them. I mean, I guess it's fair. They dropped the free version first and the paid version later, whatever they want to do. Now, they also reminded us about the Khaled Al-Assad Operator Pack, which you will get by digitally pre-ordering any edition of Modern Warfare 2, in which you can then play as Khaled in Vanguard or even Warzone 1. They threw a reminder here in the blog post for those out there that may have forgotten, but that's not all when it comes to new packs. I mean, as you guys see in the thumbnail of this video, and as you guys probably saw on Call of Duty's Twitter, what they're kind of using as the face of Season 5 Reloaded is this brand new Horseman of the Apocalypse Pestilence Ultra skin. So it does say, unleash a devastating plague with the Tracer Pack Horseman of the Apocalypse Pestilence Ultra skin bundle, featuring 2 legendary weapon blueprints with green Pelham Tracers, the Flea-ridden legendary charm, the Horror Nest calling card, and more. Purchase any of the available 4 Horseman of the Apocalypse themed bundles before October 26 to unlock exclusive rewards, including 4 legendary calling cards, 4 legendary emblems, and the Red Steed legendary charm. These items will be available in late October. So also the first time they've done that, where if you buy a set of multiple bundles or just one in that set, you'll get bonus cosmetics such as charms or even calling cards. Very interesting that they've done that here. But we then have the Tracer Pack Realm of Anubis Mastercraft. Balance the scales of the Tracer Pack Realm of Anubis Mastercraft bundle. This bundle features the Ultra Jackal God and legendary Bound Decree weapon blueprints featuring Egyptian blue sand tracers paired with the Honorific Vision wrist accessory, the fully wrapped weapon charm, plus a new highlight intro, emblem, spray weapon sticker, and player title. But lastly, we of course have a new pro pack also coming out, the Elegant Threat. So this will cost 2,400 COD points, or exactly $20 US, and it'll give you 2,400 COD points to kind of reimburse you. And it does mention that we'll have a legendary operator skin, we're going to have weapon blueprints and more. Other bundles coming to the store in the mid-season update are the Tracer Pack Star Collider Mastercraft featuring particle beam tracers, the Tracer Pack Locust GT Reactive Mastercraft featuring a blueprint with a reactive camo that activates through eliminations, and the Calvera weapon bundle featuring a legendary blueprint for the new BP 50. So still quite a few packs on deck ready to go for the mid-season and kind of just leading up until the end of the game's life cycle. But I get it if you guys aren't interested, because none of these will transfer over to Warzone 2. But if you do plan on still playing Warzone 1 or Vanguard at all, then you might consider some of these bundles. But to close, it does say Legends Never Die. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts in the mid-season for Vanguard and Warzone 1? This is going to be the final big update for both of these games. And I know you guys are probably like, well, now you have the MW2 fever, so you don't really care about what's going on in this game. But for those out there that still play, or for those out there that just want to keep up to date with what's going on in Call of Duty before MW2 comes out, here are your latest updates. Really hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in a stream tomorrow covering the mid-season update.